Adams is accused of gunning down 2 men in a converted recording studio in Lutz. Investigators say Adams is a gang member, and they believe the shooting was connected to a gang feud.
Yo, what is good, guys? It is your boy OJ the Demon. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, especially if you're new. I really appreciate it a lot, guys. Today we're talking about one of the most disturbing rappers. Most likely didn't hear of him from his music, but definitely from his disturbing crimes. His name is Ace NH, and he's a West Side Rollin' 60s Crip from Tampa, Florida, and he's arrested for double murder. One of his victims, oddly enough, being his then pregnant girlfriend. Honestly, I don't know what's up with these rappers, and weirdly enough, killing or harming their girlfriends in any way. Like, I've seen so many cases of rappers just doing things to their girlfriend that I could damn near start a series on the channel about rappers doing things to their girlfriends. It's so sad and super strange. I don't know what's up with these rappers, but as always, let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this one. And again, I really appreciate and love you all. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Without further ado, let's talk about this crazy story. November 19th of 2020, the Hillsborough County Police was called in relation to a shooting. The location being Lutz, Florida, 15104 North 23rd Street. There, behind the house, was a trailer 20 by 12 in length. The shed was converted into a recording studio and was being rented out by one of the residents of the home. Inside of the studio that specific day, you would assume there's people in there probably rapping. No, unfortunately that day laid 2 dead bodies. Police were able to identify a witness, the local producer who owned the studio. He claimed that earlier that evening he was communicating with the local rapper, a rapper by the name of NH Ace, the subject of today's video, through Instagram. Ace was looking to rent out the mobile studio, and the witness gave the police his Instagram handle, clutch_25 Ace. He identified this as the person who he was speaking to. He told detectives that Ace pulled up around 10 p.m. Now, he was no stranger to Ace actually. He told detectives that he's done business with Ace before. According to him, Ace rented around 4 to 5 times prior. Really quickly, just imagine having a client. You do business to where you have to rent out some of your property to them. You've done it with them before, so at this point they're no stranger to you, right? Then one day out the blue, you return and there's 2 dead bodies. Very traumatic and nerve-wracking for anyone, and unfortunately this was the sad reality for this poor producer. He said that Ace arrived at 10 p.m. with 2 other men that he did not know, and obviously he didn't find anything wrong with this. I mean, what's wrong with going to the studio with, I'd assume, your friends to record some music? It's perfectly normal. I mean, it should have been perfectly normal, but as we know, something malicious happened that night. So Ace was the only one recording music as his 2 friends sat. They were there for roughly an hour. The witness, who was the producer, emailed him the song after they were done. Then a scene out of a movie clip happened. The producer, the eyewitness, had his back turned from the 3 individuals. So again, it was Ace and his 2 homeboys. The eyewitness didn't actually see Ace murder his 2 friends because again, he was looking away from them, right? But he turns around in his chair to witness Ace standing over his 2 friends holding a gun. Insanely alarming, and he heard exactly 2 gunshots. One of his friends shot and slumped over in the chair, while his other friend was on the floor, while Ace stood over him with the gun in his hand. Honestly, if I was the producer and I turned around to witness this horrific sight, words can't even describe how shocked I'd be. Now, as this poor producer got up to run out of the recording studio, he saw with his own 2 eyes Ace firing more shots into one of his deceased friends on the floor. Obviously, people are really crazy out there, guys. I'm asking you to please be careful who you keep in your company, but again, I guess we'll never truly know people's real motives. Before Ace left, he told the producer that they were gonna rob him before casually jogging back to his vehicle and fleeing the scene. He said that they were trying to rob him, but honestly, after we learned what he did today, that sense motive is questionable to me. Obviously, after this, the witness called the police immediately, which is the appropriate thing for any law-abiding citizen to do, and he waited for police because he was now left with 2 dead bodies in his studio. Now, he mentioned to police that he never heard anything about a robbery, doesn't recall there being any altercation or like argument or anything of that type of nature, didn't sense any animosity in the room whatsoever. So honestly, the killings to me seem super senseless. He also reported he never saw the firearm until Ace, did what he did. Now that I'm thinking about it, this entire incident probably inspired him to get security at his studios from now on. After the 2 deceased guys were identified and their families were notified of their demise, a second witness came out. Said witness contacted the police and told police that the killings were gang related, saying that the guys were 3 self-proclaimed Crip gang members, and they got into argument 1 week prior over money and guns. The incident said to have sparked a feud between the entire gang and these two individuals, Ace being said to be entwined in this beef. So I'm guessing the situation went like this. They had beef, Ace pretended as if he wanted to squash the beef and was like, hey, let's squash the beef and record a song. But the whole time he probably lured them there to kill them. Truly evil and disgusting. A day after the murder, the bodies were examined. The man that was originally standing was shot in the head. Bullet trajectory shows a clear shot through his head from his forehead. Ace held the gun up to his head from point blank range, and it literally left gunpowder burns on his wound, which is very sickening, very inhumane. While the man sitting in the chair shot twice in his face, one bullet entering his lip and the other the bridge of his nose, and he was shot approximately 1 to 2 feet away. Two very up close and personal kills. This guy, as we can assume, is a very disturbing person to just so casually whip out a gun and open fire on two people unsuspectedly. These two guys possibly looked at him as a friend before he died. Truly evil, and RIP to the two victims, by the way. The police were able to identify Ace, 23-year-old neighborhood Crip, Billy Bennett Adams III. He lived in New Tampa. New Tampa is said to be more the high-end part of Tampa, with luxurious shopping centers and golf courts. New Tampa is so well off from the rest of Tampa. People from the local area don't even consider it a part of Tampa because it's far from any hoods. So as you can imagine, this guy was pretty much in a gang, and he was just ducked off far away from most of his ops. This guy may have been some type of war strategist. He lived with his parents in a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom house, which is estimated to be around $400,000. Wow, what insane, right? He was living the life. You know, I guess sometimes for the wealthier people in society, they're so well off to where it's just boring. You know, they need to adopt a new hobby. For some people, it's playing golf. Others, maybe, you know, starting a collection of some sorts. But for some, it can be the darkest things imaginable. And for this guy, I guess it is picking up a street persona and murdering people. But we definitely see something similar like this on the channel with my Boys in the Hood video. Definitely go check it out after this if you haven't seen it. It was also pretty crazy and definitely another banger video. But yeah, besides his street persona, this guy actually lived a normal life. He was a sales associate at a local Finish Line in the Wiregrass Mall at Wesley Chapel, a suburban neighborhood located outside of Tampa. And this incident is believed to be his first arrest, having a then clean criminal record, nice normal job, and living in a really big house. I have no idea why this man would throw it all away to adopt the street life. Shit like this will forever baffle me. Now obviously he was arrested. Actually last month of this year he was acquitted on double murder. Yes, you heard me correctly. He was declared not guilty.
On January 27th, Tampa rapper Billy Adams was acquitted of 2 murders.
The defendant is not guilty.
Not guilty twice.
This guy was miraculously enough declared not guilty for the 2 murders. Wow, that absolutely blew my mind. But this is the kicker. Again, as of 2023, he is now being accused of killing his pregnant girlfriend right after beating the 2 murder charges. Now I clicked on one of his songs. It's called House Arrest Flow. It was posted a year ago, and I'm assuming he was on house arrest for the 2 murders. There's a lyric where he compares himself to Jesus.
I walk on beats like Jesus, walk on water, bitch, I'm him. Standing on business, don't try that shit. Look.
This guy is actually out of his mind, and after beating the 2 double murders, he probably actually started thinking that he actually was Jesus. It says here less than 2 weeks after being acquitted, he shot his pregnant girlfriend in front of her 1-year-old toddler as she was exiting her car to greet him, and he did it because he said he didn't want to be a father.
Not long after he walked out of a Tampa courthouse, a free man, police say he gunned down his pregnant girlfriend, Alana Devon. Tampa police say they have strong evidence against Adams.
He does admit to being the one that pulled the trigger and killed Elena Sims on that evening.
Any idea what the motive was?
It would appear that the motive is that he did not want to be in her life anymore and was not ready to, you know, have a child is unfortunately how it appears to us.
What a shame. I don't know what prison has done to this man or what is wrong with this man's brain. Truly sick and evil. My prayers go out to the girl's family and her kids, and I'll be sure to update you guys on the status of his sentencing, or if an update in this case comes out, let me know. I'll pin it in the comments. It has been your boy OJ the Demon. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and if you're new, check out my other videos. I love you guys. See you guys next upload. Peace out.